I'm super happy to be able to address you all tonight, almost all of you. There's one person for whom I have a real question. One person broke Ukrainian law by going to the occupied peninsula of Crimea through Russian territory. That person is Roy Jones. So Roy, whose side are you on? On the side of the aggressor or on the side of the defender of its right to live? I respect you as a fighter, but I really question your moral compass. There's another person I would like to talk about, and it's marvelous Marvin Hagler. He's sorely missed. I listened to him a few years ago in Canastata when my brother was inducted. He was talking about Hall of Fame and boxing as a home base.
The history of the Hall. Thanks so much.
Here because a lot of people still talking crazy. So Klitschko trying to throw me into the political world, which I have nothing to do with the politics. And I'm like, look, I don't know nothing about what you come up with the politics, but if you want to fight, you can call me. So, you know, I mean,
Hey, that could be, yeah.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB. Big shout out to the boss man, Callum Fishwick, for boosting up my coin 100%. So we just heard there from Roy Jones Jr. clapping back at Vladimir. Very nice, I like your wife nice, I like your wife nice, how much I like you. Vladimir, very nice, Klitschko. Now, for you man who don't know, Klitschko came out on some weird thing. I believe Klitschko has just been admitted to the Boxing Hall of Fame, and I was actually shocked hearing this. So Klitschko was admitted to the Boxing Hall of Fame, and in doing so, in his acceptance speech, that's when he aired out Roy Jones. Couldn't believe it. I thought that video was off the rip. But Klitschko, in his acceptance speech, aired out Roy Jones for his affiliation and passport with Russia. He said, "You're a fraud." He said Roy Jones is a fraud and he's helping the enemy and all this kind of weird stuff, weird political stuff. Yeah. And it seems to be, I can't lie, it seems to be with this whole Ukraine thing. Anyone from Ukraine is trying to make things political at the moment. They can't take a rest for 1 second and think, wait a minute. Not everyone trying to be all involved in that. Do you understand? Not everyone trying to hear about that 24/7. It's quite odd. All of the top wigs in Ukraine think that nothing else is going on, and that all everyone wants to hear about is that. I mean, we've just got the Boxing Hall of Fame, and you're trying to bring it in there as well. Sit down somewhere, Vlad. Yeah, but anyway, that's the circumstance of it. So, Klitschko, in his acceptance speech, rather than taking a break, used that to spin this narrative. And bear in mind, people, Roy Jones was there himself. So imagine, yeah, Roy Jones is having a good time, being induced to the Hall of Fame, and you got Klitschko airing you out or trying to air you out about things that are just from way left. Weird ass guy. Super weird ass guy. Cabal guy, 100%. Imagine that. If anything's a killjoy, of all the things that you might want to say in an acceptance speech, does that really need to be in there? And that's what I don't understand about the publicity of it. Yeah, boxing's a small fraternity. Why didn't Klitschko DM Roy Jones if he's really got a problem? And that's why you got to be careful of these cats, these cabal cats, yeah, because these cabal cats, it's all about a narrative. Klitschko don't even really care about Roy Jones and Russia. He cares about spinning a public narrative out there. Because if he really cared, he'd have reached out privately. Yo, Roy, A, B, C, D. He could have been done that. Why is he put on the massive stage like the Hall of Fame? Why do it then? That's a true question. Anyway, 2-2s. Roy Jones, as you heard at the start of this video, just clapped back at Klitschko, and said, "Listen, Klitschko, you might be big, you might think you want some, but you don't want none. I'll come up there and do you like I did the other heavyweight guy. Yeah, not Ariola, Ruiz. Yeah, I'll do you like Ruiz." Yeah, you heard him. He said, "Listen, Klitschko, if you want to run it, we can run it." Now, I can't lie. Roy Jones did just look silly against Mike Tyson. Yeah, I think Mike. Well, to be fair, Mike, I've fell out with Mike, to be honest. Me and Mike ain't getting on because we saw what happened to Holyfield. Holyfield just got smoked, and I believe Mike Tyson should have stepped up and said, "Listen, Holyfield, let me handle that work for you." Because Mike's been looking really good. He don't want it. Mike's scary. Yeah? But like I said, I believe Mike should step up and say, listen, Roy, sit down. I'll handle this one. I would back Mike Tyson to smoke Klitschko. Me personally. Yeah? Roy Jones, Roy, you couldn't do nothing with Mike Tyson. And yes, Mike Tyson's a complete different beast, but Klitschko, people forget that we didn't see people who were 6'5" and 6'6" in his era. Lennox Lewis was big. Lennox Lewis is better than Vlad, but still, Lennox Lewis made Mike look silly. Yeah? Klitschko is another inch or two on top of that. It's just a whole different ball game. These super duper big dudes. Nonetheless, I mean, if Roy wants it, let's run it. Yeah, let's run it. But again, Roy would get smoked in my opinion. I'm gonna be real with you. Even though politically I'm with Roy, you know me. I ain't gonna lie to no one. And Roy, your plaque would be smoked. And to be honest, you better watch out that Klitschko don't hear that and use this as a narrative spinner. Yeah, he might call you out on your offer and put a whole show on Ukraine versus Russia and knock your ass out. I'm gonna be real with you people. Let's be real now. Roy has been knocked out by people a lot lesser than even an old Klitschko. That's just the facts. So I wish Roy was Mike Tyson because I think Mike would do Vlad, but Roy had nothing to offer with Mike. Yeah, Roy was a victim against Mike Tyson. And I hate to say, but Vladimir Klitschko is younger, he stays in shape, and he's just huge. And Roy would end up dog walked, in my opinion. That big strong jab. I mean, what's Roy going to do with that in his face? I just don't see it. He's lost all of his athleticism. His bonds would be jabbed off 100%. Yeah, but who knows? If Roy wants it, would I pay to watch it? Absolutely, because they're the kind of fights that are interesting when two people don't like each other. Yeah, so let's run it. And if Roy wants it, Roy's called for it. The onus now is on Vlad to clap back. Yeah, Roy. If I was Roy, I'll be putting videos out every day saying, "Listen, if you don't like it, Vlad, come get some of this Rusky." Yeah, Roy the Rusky Jones. Yeah, I'm going to give you the proper. I'm going to give you the RUS. Yeah, you're going to get the Russian one. That's what you're going to get. I'm going to turn you out. Roy needs to be on his shit right now, in my opinion. He need to be talking his shit. Airing Vlad out. What are you going to do? You big stiff Borat sounding ass. All that kind of. That's what I'll be saying if I was Roy. But again, I don't know. I mean, fighters allegedly never know that they can be beaten. I ain't too sure about that. I don't know. Well, listen, Roy said he wants it. Again, I'd watch it, but because I politically agree with. Oh no, not even politically. Roy Jones hasn't even made. Roy Jones hasn't even made any real political statements. He's actually, in his reaction video, he pretty much said, "Listen, I've been given a passport. That's it." But still, my cause, my energy is with Roy. Yeah, and there's nothing worse. It's almost like a woman. If you see your man get molly-whopped, it's not a good look, is it? No woman wants their man to get whopped in front of them. I don't want to see Roy get whopped. Yeah, Roy needs to sit down somewhere. That's in my opinion. But, like I said, if he's calling for it, Vlad needs to answer it. If Roy wants it, where Vlad at? Let's not forget, people, he's the one who stuck his beak out initially. Yeah? If you're gonna make a scene and Roy calls your bluff, let's run it. Simple as that. USA style. Old dog style. 100%.